Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I know.
So happy to be back, everybody. It is the season premiere of The Royals here on AfterBuzz TV, covering the after show for you. I am your host, Megan Stecher. So happy to be back this year. And ladies, you're back with me. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Traci Propst here. So happy to be back. Glad you guys are tuning in.
Fern Ronay here, very excited. Season 2.
Yay! And Christine will be back next week. So the gang's all here. Yay! Okay, so it's season 2, so excited, episode 1. This one was titled, It Is Not Nor It Cannot Come Too Good. Another line from Hamlet. So I resumed my duties of last year where I was like, Googling everything and looking up where it came from. But this is apparently a line that Hamlet said. And translated to common day language, that's not good, and no good can come of it either. So
we get to see everyone reintroduced to us this time. So kind of a lot happened, really choppy. One of those episodes, I think, like last year, we were like, so much happened. We were bouncing around to every different character possible. And crazy enough, every even minor character I felt like we were introduced to season 1 came back. So brilliant writing on their part to bring everybody back in, and they were really clever about how everyone coming into a scene, the queen would use their name or, and then they would reintroduce what kind of a role they had played. Because I remember she's talking to Mr. Moorfield, and I'm like, who was this guy? I don't remember him. And then he's like, since I'm an anti-monarchist. And I'm like, yes, him, that guy, great. So kind of all the queen's little pawns and chess pieces are all back, and Cyrus is as well. So are their enemies. So we start the episode at the Polo Match. Speaking of enemies, Eleanor is there. She just hates on Cyrus so much. But the queen's there dressed in black. Cyrus is on her telling her, get over it. It's been 2 months. So we're rejoining them just 2 months after everything went down with the king's death. Cyrus becoming, King Simon has passed away. Cyrus is now the king of England. And the queen still gets to hang out in the palace and kind of remain on her throne, I guess. Liam and Eleanor have been ousted as the bastard children. Why do you think? I could not understand when we get to see the queen go to Cyrus saying, they're more popular than ever, we need them on our side. I don't see what we're being set up for, or what the queen and Cyrus are setting them up for. Do either of you kind of have an inkling of what's going on there?
Like, it would seem like keep them out of the palace because we've already established them as illegitimate, even though that's not true. But so I don't know why they want them back in. Maybe just to improve her popularity when the time comes that she thinks she's going to be queen.
Yeah, I think it's all about image at this point, and we see it go further in Eleanor and Liam and what they actually do to get back into the palace. But I think at this point, them inviting them back in is purely for image. And, she might actually miss her faux kids a little bit. You know what I mean? So, that's what I think it is.
Yeah, that's true. She is kind of harsh. Like, it's only been 2 months since her husband passed, however she felt about him. But she also lost a son, which it hasn't even been, let's say it's been a year. We don't even know. But you would think she would still be, I don't know. She is harsh, but she's so fun to watch.
I know. I love it. I'm wondering why they feel like they need them back in the palace with them and to look. There's something way deeper that I'm thinking is going on there, which is always what's going on the Royals. So Prince and Princess are reinstated. I don't know if we could still call them the Prince and Princess. maybe not.
For now.
So Liam and Eleanor get to come back to the palace after kissing the ring and saying they're sorry. More evil going on in the world of Cyrus. I think let's go by character tonight because the story was so all over the place for me. We see Mr. Hurley. You know what? I'll leave that with Liam. Cyrus and the maid he knocked up. Poor maid that all season long we're like, who is this woman?
She fascinates me.
Me too, because my thing was I was always guessing she was someone else.
Yes, and I felt so sorry for her from the beginning when he kind of was like, if you want to keep your job, you're gonna have to like have sex with me. And I remember feeling so sorry for her and thinking she was such a sympathetic character. And I'm like, I'm like, what's her story? Because she's got guts.
She has the reins right now. So, I mean, I guess that was, you always thought she was someone's daughter or someone's backstory. Maybe she still will be. But right now it looks like she's just holding the baby as leverage over Cyrus and literally trying to just convince him that this is what he needs to look good in the eyes of the people, which I think is going to work. Mm-hmm. But that's her game plan right now.
Were either of you surprised at his reaction that he just couldn't care less that she was threatening him? That he was like, run to the press?
I think that he does care, but he's not going to let her know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he's obviously his wheels are turning and listening to what she's saying, but he's not going to be like, you're right, move in. Like, I think he's just being like, well, I don't care. And I have daughters and they're going to take over. And she's like, no, this is exactly what you need. And so it's just going to fester like over time and bother him. And I think she's going to get exactly what she wants, actually.
I think if he really was bothered by it, he would never show it.
Okay.
But he did make a remark that alluded to, you're not the first bastard child that I have out there, which is like a lot of
I missed that. Did he say
that? Which has been, royals for centuries have knocked up people who weren't their wives, and then they gave them like a piece of land or an earlship or something. So she's hoping to get something out of it, and she probably will. And it's probably not going to ruin his reputation, though. In modern times, I don't know how that's looked upon, but Prince Albert of Monaco has illegitimate kids, and it's like 2015, and nobody cares. So maybe I don't know. I hope she gets what she wants because I still kind of see her as a sympathetic character.
I do too. I don't know where this is going, but I feel like it's going to be really good. So she makes the remark that, no, because I'm having a boy, he'll be first to the throne once you're dead, not your daughters, and they'll make a laughing stock of you anyway, and your entire image to the people forever and ever. But we know that the queen wants to go to the prime minister, and she does. I should say she doesn't want to. She goes to the prime minister because she wants him to do a piece of legislation with her that would make her next to the throne. Not those awful daughters of Cyrus's. Right. So again, we're knocking the daughters out of the way. I really, really enjoyed how she got to the prime minister, got her leverage up on him, which was sending Rachel, her trusty assistant, in as his dominatrix, which I was like, thought it was weird last season when she mentioned she was, to see her in that costume. Were you shocked? Yes. I was shocked.
And very different from the secretary.
Right? Yeah. Last season when she said that, I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, that's funny. It's a funny line. But that they followed through with it and used it for something?
Right.
Good writing.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, I thought they just threw that in there for fun, but now that they used it, and that costume, woo!
Yeah.
She's clever. The queen is clever, like down to the bone in every single way we've ever seen her. She's got one up on everyone.
Yeah. She surprises me every week. And I want to hate her, and I don't hate her. She's that great.
I'm like, she's harsh, but she's awesome.
She's the best evil queen I know. So she also has another man by the leash. Mr. Moorfield, the anti-monarchist, is back. I don't know where this is going either. This is going to be one of those fun things that gets planted early on, and we don't see where it's going. She wants him to be into Cyrus's daughters. So we've got Cyrus's daughters, all different angles covered here. She wants him to hit on both of the daughters, and I don't know if he's supposed to start some kind of love triangle and make fools out of them. That was my only guess. I don't know what you guys thought of it. Nodding in agreement.
Or something.
Distract them from anything but the throne, maybe.
Yeah. Right, that's true. She knows how to distract them. I was upset that we didn't see both of them. Like, I know one get plastic surgery or something like that.
I'm wondering if they couldn't get that actress back for
her on Instagram, like the stalker that I am. We all are, right?
Great job.
And I asked her if she would be back, and she said Maribel, the character, will be back, but not her. I know.
Oh.
And I was like, really sad for her because it's such a great show.
That's why we're seeing her all bandaged up.
So maybe they're getting a new actress. I hate when they do that, like on Days of Our Lives. Like
yes, no,
like
on
we're not going to notice.
Soaps is the worst. You're like, I've been invested in this person for 10 years.
Right?
Well, I guess
and
this is like
them. I thought they're both delightful.
That's
both great.
How are they going to find someone to match that character as well as she? That's kind of a one of a kind. It's not just a random like brunette girl.
Like I thought that the sister who is still the actress who is still in it wasn't as funny because she wasn't playing off of the other actress.
Right.
Like the two of them together are just, what's that show? Like Absolutely Fabulous or something. They remind me of those two. That's like that British comedy with the two women that are like nuts. Yeah. It reminds me of them. Oh,
I know.
Well, we'll miss her.
I know. Her name's Hattie Preston. Follow her on Instagram.
Hattie, R.I.P. We'll miss you. Here's hoping her replacement is just as good.
Yeah, she better be.
Okay, so we have Mr. Moorfield. Gosh, what else is going on? So Liam and the Queen have a weird little talk where she's trying to kiss up to him. I kind of just didn't really pay much attention to that scene. Either of you think that was a big deal?
I don't even remember the substance of it.
Yeah, she tried to give him a drink, and he's like, you'll need this more than me. And set the scotch or whatever it was back down. No, I didn't either. I thought it was kind of insignificant. Just Kim, standing up to his mother, but he had been doing all last season anyway. So it wasn't anything really protruding to me or new.
Okay.
I thought it might have been minor, a little bit significant that she said you're like your father, and he's like, he's not my father.
Oh, that's
so
right.
she kind of caught her in her own lie, maybe.
We don't know if it. And why do we know? Am I jumping the gun? Why?
Let's do it. Jump in.
Why is there no paternity test yet? Why don't they know yet? Why is there no?
I think they paid them off to say the paternity test.
Right. So we get to see Liam in Gibraltar. He literally flew himself to Gibraltar. They kept doing some weird flashback stuff. So it's a little flashback of him having already gone to Gibraltar before the day of the polo match in the present day. I think we're looking at their life through one day, the polo match day, but we did some flashbacks. So going to Gibraltar was a flashback, and we see him pestering the doctor. So the palace had sent the doctor away, trying to hide him in this faraway country so that he'll keep quiet about the paternity test that he fixed. And what is his name? The Queen's henchman guy.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, sorry, I'm drawing a blank, Franz. He had already been there. He was on the other side of the wall. So we don't know if the doctor's being honest. Probably not, since the Queen's guy flew all the way there and was on it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, some things are going on with Liam and Eleanor over the 2-month period that they didn't have royal security detail, but they've actually been being followed by various people. One of those being Jasper has been following Eleanor.
I'm going to do a spreadsheet because it really is. There are so many storylines.
Yeah. I know. My brain's already spinning trying to get through everything. Why do you guys think when Jasper had just shown up at the polo match that she slept with that random polo player? Was she hoping Jasper? That was right over my head. Was that to get back at Jasper? Was that for the Queen to hear on purpose? Was that guy have anything to do with the storyline, the guy that she slept with?
It was all very unclear to me, but did he have something to do with the guy that Liam wanted to speak to, that she was distracting him?
That guy was, what is his name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. James Holloway. So James Holloway. So I don't know.
I don't know either. So what do you think?
I have no idea.
I mean, I think it was just literally laying out her character. I don't think it had anything, because he'd wanted to talk to Liam, and then he said Liam was rude. And, she was like, well, I'm not, or something along those lines. And then she ended up sleeping with him. And I think it was just, like, we saw her very addictive, like, destructive personality last season, and I think it was just diving right back into the, like, I don't respect myself, I don't care about myself, I'm gonna do what I want in the moment I want to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see this, like, Polo player again, unless he gets her pregnant or something, you know, but who knows. But, like, I just thought it was just a character.
It seemed like she wasn't really enjoying herself, so
Right,
I doubt we will see him
she
again.
did it, not just to, like, have
Yeah.
fun.
It was hilarious. She's like, oh, yeah, right
Rolling her
there.
Yeah.
Poor girl. Okay, so with that being said, how we just mentioned James Holloway. So Liam his quest this season is definitely going to be, let's find out who killed the king and make them pay for it. And he thinks it's his personal mission. Jasper, luckily, without him knowing this was going to happen, Jasper knocks out Mr. Holloway's security guy. So Liam gets to talk one-on-one. Holloway says, Cyrus lied. He said he was going to make me prime minister. He didn't. Liam says, it's so many names. Liam says, are you surprised? Liam starts threatening him, where were you, where were you, where were you? It's not like Cyrus kept his end of the deal, so he's trying to force Holloway to break his end of the deal and say, I really wasn't with Cyrus the night of the king's murder. The alibi is false, ashes, whatever. It works because he pulls a gun on him.
Jasper's gun.
Yes, which was awesome. Do you guys think it was loaded? I don't even think it was loaded.
Probably. Jasper had
Oh,
it.
okay.
I don't think Jasper's walking around with an unloaded. I don't know though.
I don't know either. I kind of thought
just to
maybe
be-
like they maybe planned it a little bit together. I don't know. Or not. I don't know.
Oh, that could be clever.
We might find out. We might not. So it turns out he obviously, from what we knew from last season, James Holloway was not with him, but now Liam knows that. So Liam's telling Eleanor he's back in the mix. He's back in the pool of people it could be. Eleanor's like, so what? It could have been you. It could have been me. You know, everybody's a suspect still. Okay, so that's that. Let's talk a little bit more about Jasper. So he's shown back up. Eleanor wants nothing to do with him and says, stop stalking me. He's apparently been following her all around the world, her around the world party fest she's been on for 2 months, which is her grieving style, we've seen. When he talks to Liam later in the episode, he's found her to be just distraught, and she'll go out and party and be the life of the party or charm everyone, and then she's closed off and crying or doing all kinds of drugs or drinking herself to death. You know, he said something about
Models and Coke.
Yes, models and
Coke, I think, or
something
something
else.
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
something else more than Cyrus, which is a lot. Male strippers. So do we think that Eleanor's in a darker place than ever before, or is it just Eleanor's MO? She likes being sad.
I mean, I think it's still the same character. I mean, maybe she's a little more sad, but she's not doing anything out of her element. And how they kind of specifically showed that was when they showed her eating pie. And you remember specifically back in last season when she was eating pie and the king walked in after, like, that's like, she seems like she's going through her old, like, destructive routines. Whether she's hurting more or less inside, like, you can't really tell, you know, because it's just, she's doing the same things. And I mean, we do see the moment where she just kind of shuts down when she is partying at the concert and just kind of like realizes that she's absolutely alone. But I think she's always felt like she's absolutely alone. I think that's been her entire issue. I don't know. What do you guys?
Yeah, I think so too. I think, like, you know, last season her brother died and she dealt with it doing all of these things. And then this season it's her brother and her father, and she's been betrayed by this guy that she was kind of starting to like.
Yeah.
In the most horrendous way. And so, yeah, she's doing the exact same things and just obviously feels empty inside. So it's going to be nice to see her. I hope her arc is that she finds happiness because she's so funny. And when she's happy, I think she's fun to watch too. So I hope they give her some happiness and lift her up out of this, because it's the same MO of dealing with her
I'm kind of over this, Eleanor. Like, to be honest, I've, like, been there, seen that. Like, I'm ready for her to have some type of, like, character shift you know,
Right.
and be happy. Like,
well, let's jump right to the very end with the
That was
surprise.
awesome.
I'm like, love of her life opens her bedroom door as she was about to exit. And he says, I left her finally. So
Awesome.
I'm going to assume
That it's
he
a
means
different-
he's left his wife for good. Do you guys think this is like the change of all change? Like she's going to be happy, it's going to work out? Or is it typical Eleanor where something's going to go wrong and she's going to let it and it's going to get bad?
I mean, there has to be conflict on the show, so I'm sure
Yeah.
it's not going to be a smooth road, but I was so happy to see that because I thought he was another character from last season. I'm like, oh, that's a great twist at the end. We learned he's married. But I didn't think we'd ever see him again. So I love that moment when she opened the door and he was there. So I hope for Eleanor's sake he brings her some happiness, at least for a few episodes.
she just didn't look thrilled to see him or to hear that. Like, she was just kind of like, you know, which is like her usual, but I don't know, she seemed very, which as she should be, like apprehensive to kind of like jump into it. And I also think that like her heart right now is with Jasper. I think she's kind of shut that down with this guy, and it's kind of like, you know, like you're with a new boyfriend that you're obsessed with and he broke your heart, and then your ex comes back in the picture. And you're kind of like, okay, like I don't really know what to do with this situation right
That's
now.
true. You're
so,
kind of like, you couldn't have come back before I met the other one.
right. Yeah, when I was in love with you. You couldn't have
Right.
done this when I was in love with you.
Right.
Like, instead, you know. So I don't know. Like, I do hope he does. And I feel like she's just going to use him to make Jasper jealous. To be honest, I think she's kind of done with that situation. Maybe she'll have some moments of happiness, but I think she's kind of over it, and she's just going to use it to benefit her.
I think, let me predict for this season that a lot of the great drama will come out of her playing them against each other or making Jasper jealous and loving that she's making Jasper jealous, whether she's doing it on purpose or not.
Yeah.
Because I think Jasper definitely loves her. And whether or not she wants to be with him, he's very concerned for her well-being. So I think that'll be top of mind for him. And it'll be hard for him to watch them together, Eleanor and Beck together. So, well, speaking of Jasper, he gets assigned to Liam's security detail at Liam's request. So Liam goes to see Price, the old, what do we call him? Like security? He's head of security? Head of the head of King Security.
Yeah.
Ophelia's dad, right?
Yeah, and Ophelia's dad. Pretty easy to remember, not really. So Price is visited by Liam. He's also being visited by a ghost.
Yeah.
So I figured it out so easy. Did you guys figure it out when you first saw her?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it was such a dead giveaway for us.
She kind of looked like Ophelia for me.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I thought it was
they
great
did great
casting.
with casting. Yeah, because I like looked at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Ophelia's dead mother.
I know. I thought when they showed the picture of the two of them together when they were married, like the photo in the frame, I was like, wow, what great casting. Because Ophelia looks like she could really have been their daughter.
So funny. It's like Alexandra Park looks like Elizabeth Hurley.
I know.
It's
They really
crazy.
do some killer casting on
Yeah.
this show. So why do we think that he's taken the king's death so seriously? I think they were like besties, right?
And he probably thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what his wife was telling him. Why do we think things have gotten so bad that the wife is like showing up and lecturing him and not being so nice about it?
Was she not being nice? I thought they were just having like a good honest conversation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I thought they were like a little snippy with each other.
I always think, like, you know, in those types of situations, like, it's usually like how they said he's been drinking.
Right.
And I don't think that that's really like his wife talking to him. I think it's
Right.
his interpretation.
Yeah.
His conscious, exactly,
Right.
of what his wife, what he thinks she would be saying to him. Whereas
That's
I'm
what I
sure
thought.
she'd be saying much more loving things, but him being hard on himself, he's going to be like, oh my gosh, like she'd be saying this, this, and this, and I don't want to hear that. And I don't know. Like, that's how I interpreted it.
That's exactly what I was feeling. That it was what he was saying to himself.
Right.
What he thought
Through her,
his
yeah.
wife would be disappointed in, kind
Right.
of a situation. Okay. Whew.
That was crazy. I wonder if
got-
we're going to see her through the whole season. That's going to be...
That would be interesting. It
definite
almost made
twist.
me wonder, like, oh my God, is Ophelia not back this season? But I'm
Right, I
not
thought that
sure.
too.
So we see Liam try to contact her. He mentions to Price, I haven't contacted her. But then he does, by the end of the episode, try to call her, and her number's been disconnected. What's up with that?
It sounds like she just wants nothing to do with the whole
Yeah.
She just
No,
wants to
he did say he'd tried to reach out, but she'd never returned his calls.
Oh, okay.
So I guess he had, and her number was working at that point. And then when he does do it the third or fourth time, now her number is disconnected. So whether she just like knew he was gonna keep calling, or whether she was like trying to kind of distance herself from everyone or everything, I don't know. But I mean, it's kind of weird for you to do that when you haven't even spoken to the person. Block their number. Maybe she did block their number. Maybe she blocked the number. Because isn't that a new thing now? You can just block the number and it tells you that it, like, the number is not there.
I don't know. I haven't done it.
I mean, so
I'll try.
I've heard. I think that you can block a number and it's like either it goes straight to voicemail or it tells you whatever. Either way, she doesn't want to talk to him. Like, it's a little extreme to change your whole phone number.
Wait, but I had to be reminded, like, why... Her thing was she went to New York to do the dance company, but when did it ended with her making that decision?
Well, Liam flew her instead of them escaping together to go somewhere. He tricked her, took her to New York, and was like, "You have to get off the plane and go to school here in New York."
Right.
So maybe she's just
why is she
still upset that he didn't choose her, that he made her choose school, or she's in love with someone else,
or she's just so sick of like what she went through with the paparazzi
Yeah,
and all that
that's
she just
true.
wants a clean break. But why not just say that to him? Why not?
Yeah,
Why?
it's weird that she's avoiding him completely when she did care about him a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you know
makes
how
no
us
sense.
girls are. If you hear from an ex-boyfriend and you kind of start feeling for them again, maybe she's like, I can't even talk to him because I would just be hooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Fern's like, not me.
I actually lost her phone on the subway or something.
Maybe someone stole it. It is New York.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so end of the episode, we see right before the pregnant maid comes in, Cyrus and the Duchess are a little chummy together. And I did see an interview with Elizabeth Hurley saying that her mom's character, the Duchess, was going to have a big role this year. So that's exciting.
I love it.
So I think she's going to be a spiller of a lot of secrets as a character. But she walks up. The queen hears a big roar, and you kind of see a reflection of flames on her. She turns around, goes to the window, and I got really nervous. Like, whoa, who's like bombing the castle? What's going on? There's a fire on the lawn. The Duchess seems extremely calm about it. And the queen says to her, do you think they did it? So their conversation seems to explain a lot. The Duchess says, of course they did. We killed one of theirs. Now they killed two of ours. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? Oh my God, who are these people? Do you guys have any inkling about who this is? With the symbol, with the, it's like 5 sticks and then one fallen over. Which is the symbol from Liam's necklace from the night he went missing, also the night the king was killed.
It seems to indicate like you started it. Like, you know, you push a domino, they all fall.
Right,
it's kind of
right.
like saying to them, you started it, so whoever they killed, they're pissed off about it.
Right.
And now they're killing 2 of their family members. So is it another royal family from another country, a rival royal family? I don't know.
I like
Somebody
that.
who's basically saying you started it.
I like that as a guest. Do you have any guesses?
I mean, how I like kind of thought it was she was just talking about the people, but I don't know who the 2 people are. Like, unless they're talking about like, I mean, I thought Eleanor and Liam, but I'm like, they didn't kill Eleanor and Liam. Like, that part I didn't understand.
Which I think she meant the son that had died to kick off the series, and then the king was the second one. So like,
so who's the one that they killed?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I took it as like that you killed one of theirs, which was the
Right.
king. So I took it as the people were upset. I probably thought wrong. Now that you say that, that makes more sense.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, like they killed one. It was probably the people. The people are now like outraged that like the king's dead. Like, but what you're saying makes more sense.
I think last year I had, when Liam with the necklace, I kind of thought it was like the Anti-Monarchist group maybe had kidnapped him. But, you know, then the queen got the letter with the same symbol on it at the end of last season. And then this season they're burning the lawn. They keep reminding her, but I don't know who they're terrorizing the family, and I can't figure out who it would be, but I love your theory of another royal family. Maybe they're like waging war on each other, which the Duchess did use the word war.
Didn't she have like what was the storyline last year where she like lit some off of her cow farm. She lit a cow farm on fire. Do you remember that? When she went back to the cow farm she grew up on. Was that what it was?
Yeah. She lit on fire. Was it the distillery? The guy didn't want to.
Yes.
He didn't want to change the way he was making his booze because it was something about the way he was making the liquor was like the excess or something was flowing down the river and making the animals sick at this farm she visited on like a public appearance to look good for the country.
Yes.
And the guy refused to. And she said, I'll make you the royal, official royal bourbon or whatever it was. And he refused and was nasty to her. And she ended up burning down or had, someone do it, burnt down his distillery.
So maybe she was doing it for money for some I don't know. There must be some money involved that she wanted to do something to make money. And someone wasn't cooperating, so she had them killed, and then they killed her son, and then they killed her husband. And she's like,
maybe.
This isn't going the way I thought. I don't know.
I was wondering if it was somebody they've kind of been at war with for centuries.
Yeah.
Rival royal family, rival, I don't know, country
industry,
who is
making something, not giving them the taxes or the money or something. It always comes down to money. That's my prediction.
I don't know, evil people in the parliament there. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. I think the entire season will kind of be about uncovering who they are and Liam finding out whether or not, well, maybe it won't be about whether or not Cyrus did it. It'll be about finding out who really was involved.
Yeah.
With the king's murder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. There's so many questions.
Why don't we get into predictions since we're going there?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. Anybody?
I have one prediction.
Okay.
Well, this is a hope. I predict that it's going to be revealed that Jasper and the Queen never had sex, never did anything. Because I feel like it's such a major deal break. I love Jasper and Eleanor's chemistry. They have great even on Instagram. I'm like, these two better get together because they're adorable. They have great chemistry. I so want them to be together, but I can't get over that. It's just so disgusting. So if it is revealed that he somehow tricked her or something before he could have sex with her and then left the ring to make her think that they really did do it, something. I just want it to be revealed that they never actually did it.
That's a great prediction. I hope you're right.
It's my hope. It's my wish. My impossible royal's dream.
To dream the impossible dream.
Mine would be, okay, so they did say in this episode that Marcus left. Yes. He decided to no longer be security. So my prediction is that at some point in the season, he's going to come back and save the day. Oh. He's going to save, Liam's life or something. He's going to come back and, play, because there's no way he just is out of the whole season. I just can't accept that. He played such a major role. Yeah. And so awesome. That's my prediction.
That's a good one.
Man. All right. I think the only thing I can predict at this point would be Eleanor giving it a go with her love of her life, Beck. And there being a lot of great drama with Jasper being jealous and her liking that, and I don't know, maybe God knows she ends up sleeping with Jasper one night and Beck catches them. I don't know. Might be. Oh. I think Eleanor is going to be my girl again this season. Yeah.
She's great.
All the drama hinging on her. Love it. Love it.
Love it.
Any other final thoughts?
No, it's going to be such a good season.
I know.
I'm so excited that they're back already.
I know.
I thought we were going to have to wait so much longer, but
I know.
Awesome.
Yeah. Season 2 is already here. I feel like we should have a cocktail next time. This was a lot. Woo.
I'm definitely going to do a spread. I need a flow chart or something with all the stories.
I know. You see all my notes over there so that I wouldn't forget anyone's name. And I'm still forgetting people's names because I didn't write everyone's name down. Well, we're so happy to be back. Fern, where can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fern Ronay, Ronay.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at TRACIPRO or on Twitter at TRACIABTV.
Oh my gosh, guys. Wait, breaking news. Miley C fan forever. Shout out Sherry.
Aww,
she's been tweeting us
Sherry.
all week. She said the actor who played Marcus got a starring role on another show, so he's out all season. Oh, well, thanks for that. Thanks for that news and gossip.
Awesome.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm Megan Stecher. You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Megan Stecher. It's MEGANSTECHER. Tweet us all week. We love chatting with you guys. And we'll see you here next week for another after show for the Royals on AfterBuzz TV.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.